to get back.
Tooch Magooch.
What's good?
You said Magooch ain't your name, but I be seeing that on everything.
I like to be called Tooch, but you know, there's a few other Tooches. There's not too many other Tooch Magooches, so we're keeping it.
Mm-hmm. Keep it. So I heard the Tooch.
You know what a Magooch is?
Yeah, I want to know what it is. Yeah, I want to know what it is.
A Magooch? It's a bully. It's a bully. Gooch is a bully. So Tooch the bully is what it's supposed to be. But everybody thinks it's something sexual. They be calling me the Gooch Goblin, and
what you gobbling?
I'm just a bully, but they think I'm gobbling some gooch.
Mm-hmm.
Some people thought I was saying touch my cooch. Mm-hmm. Tooch Magooch, touch my cooch. I think that they're just hearing whatever the fuck they want to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely too. Tooch sounds like cooch, so I'm all for it. But I use the word cooch at all times. So where are you located at, Tooch?
I'm in Sacramento, California.
Still in Sacramento.
I call a cooch a purr.
Now, I knew you was in Sacramento. I just want to know if you were still out there.
Yeah, I'm still out here.
You in your hometown?
I'm in my hometown, yep.
So how's it been trying to transition?
It's been very difficult. It's a lot alike though. Like sells is sells, right? Image is image, personality matters. It's like a lot of the same, but I never realized how friendly I was until I started doing music. And I need to cut back on that, because you could be real friendly in the strip club, but you can't be real friendly in the atmosphere with artists, you know?
And why you can't be friendly? I mean, you know,
I'm extra friendly, I said. I'm extra friendly. So like I naturally will give people the eyes. I'll naturally have a inappropriate conversation.
Yeah, I'm a little man, kiss on your belly.
And I get paid for that there. It's really hard to transfer over and remember, don't look at them like that. Don't talk about that. Like that's
so when you talk about being friendly,
mm-hmm.
What type of friendly are we talking about?
Right. It sounds like I'm going way left with this. I'm just talking about regular. I'm just talking about regular friendly. Like I like when I talk to people, I like to be in their face. I like to connect. I like to do eye contact, you know? And it gives off the wrong impression when I'm doing music with somebody and I'm in their face and I'm leaning over and my boob is kind of hitting their shoulder, but I don't realize it. And I'm just having conversation. They're like, this girl all on me, you know? I'm giving that illusion. When really, I'm just trying to make art.
So if you let's say you're not, I don't even want to say that, because if somebody's on me, I'm gonna think that, you know, I got a chance at that gooch.
Yeah, that's the problem I'm having. I'm trying to create art and they trying to make it.
So in the industry, you've been having problems with, you know, your past and present life.
Yeah, toning it down.
Looking on that, are you saying fuck it?
Oh, I've been doing a great job. It's just easier for me just to stay away from everybody, you know, while I'm trying to learn, because everything is a distraction. And like, I don't even mean like in that manner. I mean like, even if I'm at a show, I'll just go up and start talking to people at the bar, and I'll just get my drink and start talking to people at the bar. And people are always telling me like, you're supposed to be backstage with everybody else. Like people aren't supposed to see you until you come out. And I'm like, why? I don't want to sit back there by myself. I want to be out here talking to people. I'm just real friendly.
Well, that's not even a bad thing, man. People nowadays with the social media era and that shit, you know, people might need that type of connection, especially with a woman like that.
But people are telling me it's just dangerous, you know. But I'm like, only difference in me is I make music now. Mm-hmm. If I wasn't making music, I would be at the bar talking to everybody. What's the difference, you know?
Shout out to the real. So where we at with the music?
So right now I'm working on my EP. I'm actually working on 3 EPs.
All right.
I just started rapping 3 months ago. I put my first song out 3 months ago.
So everything right there. So you just started rapping, not one line before, not one practice.
No. So if you want to take it back, before, I'm really showing my age here, but before Nicki Minaj came out, there was an era when they had said females can't rap. I don't know if you remember it. It was a long time ago. And it was a big deal. Like females can't rap, and it was a male dominant industry, right? Mm-hmm. That's when I tried to do music, during that time. And what I wanted to rap about was stripping and the lifestyle. And they're like, nobody wants to hear about stripping. No one wants to hear female rappers. And I just kept getting that everywhere I went. I got really discouraged and I never put out a song. I would just show it to people and they would just discourage me. So finally I started believing what they were saying. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. But if you look at the world now, it's full of female rappers talking about stripping in the lifestyle, right? So, I mean, you can't let nobody hold you back. If you feel it in your song, you feel like you're supposed to do it, you should do it. So now it's so empowering and there's a door for it that I just decided, hey, it felt like I was supposed to do it. So I said, let me put out a song and see how it does. And just make a song, put it out and see how it does. And so I made Munyon and then the next week I put it out. That was 3 months ago.
He got me screaming, he got me creaming. I just might stay at his house for the weekend. This pussy leaking, he got me singing. I ain't no spitter, I swallow, they see me.
All right, shout out to the real. So what we at with the EP? So you said you made those 2 joints. So it's coming next with the music.
I dropped 3 songs so far and they're being played on the radio at 106.1 KMEL, which is the 4th in the market in the Bay Area. So it's being played there right now. I'm working on my EP, but I'm working on 3 EPs at once. So I'm gonna have a listening party next to figure out which songs I want to drop first. And I just really been in the lab.
So what do you mean 3 EPs? That mean, what does that mean?
So each EP is gonna be about 6 to 7 songs. I'm making 3 of them at once.
All
Just
right.
making my catalog.
Then you gotta put it out right after that one?
Yep. Just gonna drop them.
Shout out to the real. So when it comes to the stripping thing, have you gave up stripping?
I think I'm at a crossroads right now because I haven't been to the strip club, but I haven't said I quit either. You know, I really just been in the studio. I went to my day job today, which I work in special finance for Dodge. I fill cars. I went there today, but I haven't been there in about 2 months. I really just been in the lab making music, and I did a small tour, open up for different artists, and I just got back from that. So I haven't even really been there, you know, but I did go one day and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. People were talking to me about my music, talking about how they want to do, you know, features, and it just wasn't the same atmosphere for me. It wasn't the same feeling for me. And I just don't feel like I'm supposed to be there anymore, you know?
So you went to the strip club and had fans for your music. That's a
Yeah,
beautiful thing.
it's kind of dope. Yeah, it was kind of dope. But, you know,
Yeah.
it's hard to focus on making money when I'm getting inspired about my music, you know?
So do you write your own lyrics?
Yes and no. So I do have a team, a writing team that helps me, but I also have my own songs that I wrote myself. So both.
So you're okay with, you know, with that type of thing, with people helping you?
Hell yeah, I would love a ghostwriter. All I gotta do is get in the booth and use my voice. That makes my job so much easier. But you know, my team that I have, they're really into getting to know me as a person and connecting with me. So when they write for me or if they help me with something, they're sticking to who I am, you know? And I think that a lot of people aren't comfortable with having writers because they feel like they're gonna lose themselves or not be heard, you know? But mine got me pretty good. They write on it.
And when we talk about the female hip hop scene, how do you feel about everything else in hip hop? You know, you got the
Well,
black females, you got the sexy reds, you got everything that's going on. So what female rap are you enjoying right now?
I love Sexy Red. I like the ratchet, I don't give a fuck attitude. She had her baby and was on, hey, right after she had it. I love that energy. She's like, she don't give a fuck. She's herself unapologetically. And I love that, you know, I love that for women in general. Now, when I first heard her first song, I didn't like it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Next thing I know, I started singing it. And I started singing it. And I started singing it. And I said, this shit is dope. It's catchy. And then I couldn't stop singing it. And I said, that's what she did. That's what she's doing to everybody. After that, I loved her. And song after song after song after song, I want to do a song with her. It's like they're all hits. I don't know who's writing her music or, you know, how she's coming about it, but that shit is hot.
She definitely have a sound to her. And me, you know, not for nothing, I love all the music. I love listening to her. I'm a Sexy Red fan. I'm more of a Cardi B type of person.
Love her too.
But her last few joints, they all sound alike to me. They all sound like the same tempo.
You know, when somebody has a sound, that's their sound, you know? And if it's working for them, why not? Why not keep going with it?
So you saying sit back and enjoy who you like, and that's what they do. Don't look for them.
Enjoy, yeah, and like them for who they are and enjoy that moment. That doesn't mean they're not going to change one day, but enjoy like the era and the journey that they're in right then, you know? It's hot. They sound the same, but they're blowing up and people are listening to it left and right and dancing to it and, you know, making freestyles to it. So why not?
All right. So when we talk about
If I got a sound and I got a style, I would want to stick to my sound and my style as long as I could. You know,
So
as
when
you
we
get
talk-
older and as you evolve, it's going to change naturally because you're going to change naturally, you know?
So we talk about your sound. What do
Yeah.
you put what category do you put yourself in?
Okay, if I had like a soup, and I get to mix everything that I am inside this big ass potion or soup, I would say like I'm a big fan of Messy Marv. So I gotta put a little Messy Marv, Jessica Rabbit Bay area in there. Little bit of Cardi B because we came from the strip game, right? Transferred over. My next EP, it has a little Lauryn Hill in it. It's a lot deeper, more more like digging deep within. So I would say a little bit of Lauryn Hill in there. I just feel like I'm my own person. You know, I'm my own person. But if I had to mix them up, that would be what makes my soup.
That will make a perfect EP. So when you talk about Lauryn Hill, when you talk about that's your next thing you're doing, like how do you relate to that? What do you mean?
Well, for me, the music that I'm making right now, I feel like is who I kind of used to be. So the music that I'm making right now, is what everybody wants to hear. So I'm just really trying to win people's ears so then they can really listen to me and I can give them my heart. You know, right now it's just kind of like what's hot or whatever. And when I'm writing, I'm digging deep on who I used to be and things that I used to go through. Lauryn Hill is more like who I am today. So as I go on my journey, you know, I want you guys to hear where I started and hear where I end up. And the end up is more of a Lauryn Hill style.
So let me ask you one more question. Can you sing a little bit?
Nah, we ain't doing that. Okay.
I'm not gonna ask you to sing. I just want to know, do you sing a little bit? I'm not gonna ask you to do it now.
Melodizing is dope. You know, when you're kind of mixing it together, I like that. I just made a song like that. So that was hot. I try to put a little auto-tune on my voice and just play in the booth and practice or whatever. Everyone else says it sounds good, but I'm not feeling it. I gotta like my music, you know? So as of now, no. Maybe in the future.
Yeah, you never know where you might take it. As you grow and you evolve, you just started. And like I said, this is just 3 months ago.
I got it in the shower.
Butt ass nigga.
I'm hitting Destiny Child in the shower.
Me too. I be hitting those notes too. You shout out to the real. This is my co-host, Chad Desai. You got any questions for Tooch?
What's up?
Tooch Magooch.
What's
Nice
going
to
on?
finally meet you. How are
I
you?
don't like Magooch.
I'm good.
The Munyon. How did you get that? What made you think of that word?
Like I said, I was just trying to make a song, see what happened, right? So I just thought in making this song, what would work? And I'm like, if I can think of something catchy or something that, you know, or a word that people don't know and it might help them learn it or something like that, it will probably make it work better. And when I was in Chicago, I was out there dancing. Someone said it to me. It was like, you trying to get that money in? And I was like, what? So when I came back over here, I didn't hear it anymore. So I was like, I should say that because then the people on the West Coast will be like, what the fuck is that? And catch on, and it might be a little bit catchy. I was just kind of like, shout out Chicago for the word. But everyone's like, it came from Atlanta. I don't know where it came from. I know it didn't come from me. I just liked it, you know? So I started using it a lot when I was at the club and making little, you know, quotes. You ain't getting nothing without no money. You know, you want to have some fun. It just became like a fun little thing that we did at the club. So I put it into a song.
Okay.
I really thought that came from you though. I really
so did I.
It didn't. I can't take the credit for it. I did patent the word because I wanted to make merch and things like that. But and they show me, like, they give me a rundown of like how many times the word is used and who used it and all that, and it's getting used like crazy. But I didn't make it. It actually came from the other side of the world.
From Chicago. So
that's where I heard it first.
Shout out to the real. Keep going, Chad. Talk to
her. I watched a couple of your interviews. I've seen you on my timeline, you know, and I guess with the algorithms, like ever since like the past month, I just see Tooch Magooch. But I started doing some research and I see that you have a nonprofit. Let's talk about that.
You want to get deep with me? Okay, so we're crossing
Absolutely.
over to the Lauryn Hill side, huh?
We all
So
over. We
basically,
highly dysfunctional.
Everybody
yes,
has it. Everybody has a good
exactly.
side.
Let's put it in this damn soup. That's the spice to it. So basically, I'm a big advocate into changing lives and getting yourself in better situations. My end goal is to help girls get out of the strip club. It's a trap, you know, just like any other trap. When you start it, it's hard to get out. Fast money comes and it goes just as quick as you get it. So I wanted to help, you know, strippers with like financial literacy and things like that. So their credit, their resumes, things like that. So when they're done dancing, they don't have a big gap of not knowing anything, not having any money, and not knowing what to do next, you know. So the nonprofit is to raise awareness in that. And I was trying to get like a fourplex to start out, to where dancers can have a place to live if they have to get away from like their pimp or their living situation, get off drugs. Not saying every dancer has to go through this, but there's a lot that does, and they can't get away and they can't get out of it. So as long as they're living inside the fourplex, they'll be, you know, seeing a counselor, a therapist, working on their future. And a lot of people call me the stripper Harriet Tubman. I think that's kind of
The stripper
kind of funny,
Harriet
but
Tubman.
they have it for like prisoners,
Everybody needs
halfway
one.
houses, you know, things like that. And they don't really have too much. They have it for like mothers, you know, but they don't have too much for like prostitutes and strippers. So I was leading into that field to try to help get them out. Because with my team, the Tooch All Stars, I kind of help get them in. So there's a guilt with that, you know, when I see them getting into things that they shouldn't be getting into. I do feel very, very guilty for it. So I thought, you know, since I got them in, I can help get them out. And that's how the nonprofit started.
Okay.
Shout
Respect
out
to that.
you.
Salute. Salute, salute.
We talk about your team. What you mean? Your team?
I have a team of 22 models and dancers that go around the world and travel for music videos, strip parties, bachelor parties, yacht parties, and things like that. So when I first started my team in 2013, I would take on anybody. So I would take, as long as they were 18, I would take them. So it was girls who, you know, some of them were still in high school. They're just 18, you know, and I would take them in and show them the game. And that's where it comes with the guilt of maybe if I never entered their life, things like that wouldn't have happened to them, you know. But there are girls who entered my team and got super successful and changed their lives. It's just a trap and hard to get out, you know. So my team, the girls, they travel around the world. They do different music videos, different strip parties. And I have classes on my team that teaches you the hustle, teaches you how to twerk, teaches you how to strip for your man, how to make money, how to save it, what to do with it after. And it's just a team. We call ourselves sisters. It's like a sisterhood. We're all there for each other. And we all promote each other, whatever they have going on, from like nail techs to whatever they have that going on in their lives. We all support each other. And we're just like a girl crew, you know. My company gives them bookings, and in return, they sign a contract that they're under me.
I think that's a good thing. Everybody needs a team, and it's good that you have a nice bunch of women that can relate to you.
Yeah, a lot of girls, there's no handbook in dancing, you know, so they get themselves in a lot of bad situations. And on my team, you can get in, learn the right way, and get out.
Shout out to the motherfucking real.
Hey.
So, Tooch, so we talk about stripping. What's the craziest thing you've seen in the strip club?
Ah, damn, that's hard. Because I think that my limits of crazy have just gotten so high that crazy is now normal. It's really hard for me. When I talk to people and I tell them things, they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, this is normal to me. So I don't know what's crazy. You're talking about like with the customer or like just seeing?
It doesn't matter. This is a story. This is your story. We putting it out to whatever.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I learned how to hustle, and I learned how to lie in the strip club. And there was a girl who was in there. Her name was Nikki. And she came up to me when I was a customer. She had like a fishnet top on. Her nipples were coming through. And she's like, is this top cute? And I'm like, God damn, it is, you know? Anyways, she started telling me about how she was an artist and, you know, her creativity. She's a painter and she makes all these murals and she wants to be a tattoo artist. Huh?
You ate that cooch?
No, I didn't. So I was infatuated with it. I'm like, you're so smart. What are you doing here? You know? And she said, do you want to see a mural that I painted? It's over here in the back. I said, hell yeah. She went and showed me it, and it was a big picture on the back of the wall, and she was explaining it to me, and she was getting really deep. I didn't know I was in the fantasy room. The fantasy room is the most expensive room in the house, okay? And so she brought me to the fantasy room, showed me this painting. She's like, well, since you're here, sit down and give me $2,500. And I was like, wait, what? She trapped me. She got me in there. When I started working there, I found out that that picture was just a painting that was on the wall. She made up this whole story to get people back there to sit down. So for me, learning that is the craziest stuff in that I've seen. But as far as like sexual things, I think that the guys that want to wear my shoes and my clothes have to be
Get
the
the
craziest.
fuck out of here. They
Like
just
I
doing
have really big feet, so you could probably fit my shoe. And so when they come
that?
in,
6 feet tall. You're 6 feet tall. Oh no.
I'm 6 feet tall.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
My
You
shoe
6 feet
size
tall.
is an 11 in men. I wear an 11 in men. So
Your daddy's feet.
yeah, I got my daddy's feet.
Do they look
So they
nice?
come in and they say, who has the biggest feet? Oh, I want you. And they'll take me to the back and put on my shoes and dance for me and buy my underwear and put it on over their dick. And they just, ooh, those have to be like the craziest moments for me. You know, I just get to sit there and be the dancer. I mean, get to be the customer, and they dance for me in my clothes. And they buy them from me.
I'm fucked up.
Yeah, then they put their clothes back on. They come out like they're just normal, you know, normal people. Nobody knows that. They just danced for me in my clothes.
Wow.
I mean, to each their own. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it, I don't get it, but you know.
Yeah,
No,
but it's like
I would never
it's like
get- I
the
would never
easiest
get on
money
that.
to make for me. The easiest money to make for me is just it's weird and crazy, you know. Like
Right.
when I'm sitting there watching them, and they're it's a lot.
Before you hit it, Chad, ask one more question, and then you
Mhm.
say, so is everything for you just a hustle? Is it about
I
being
think
the best? Is it about driving to be the best rapper? I know anything you win, you're trying to conquer because you look like a conqueror. But so I'm not trying to say that. But if it's like you enter into the rap game, is it just
Mhm.
another hustle for you? You're not interested in the accolades.
rapping is more of a passion to me. I think that stripping is more of a hustle. Selling cars was more of a stepping stone. I think they all have their different parts of my life to make my journey what it is. But now I'm stepping into my passion. I'm stepping into what moves me, what makes me happy, what gives me peace, and that is rapping.
What else makes you happy?
My kids. My kids make me happy. I like doing like the most mellowest shit ever. My life is so crazy and hectic and partying and all these things that when I'm not at work, I like to be very, very low key. I like to be in the house, in my bed, in front of the fireplace, watching a movie. I'm just real mellow when I'm not.
What's your favorite movie?
The Notebook. Yeah, I like the romance.
One of my favorite movies. What excites you about that movie? Because now we get to talk about it. Because I love that movie.
Yeah. What? You seen that movie?
I love
People
that
be
movie.
like, what is that? I'm like, The Notebook.
The Notebook is a class. You got a highly dysfunctional situation. You got rich, poor. And, and from a man's perspective, I go to my man's perspective. She's out of her mind, and he loves her. He loves the shit out of her. And I think,
and he loves her forever. It's unconditional.
when I think about love, that's love right there.
Right.
Exactly. I think that's the love that everyone is pushing for and wants, you know, but in order to get that love, they had to give that love, you know, and a lot of people aren't willing to give that love. They just want to get that love or get it first. Once you give me that, I'll give it back, you know? And in that movie, they just gave it to each other.
It took a while though. You look at the movie, it took a minute. That's what made it impressive. Like they was on a journey together even when they was apart.
I felt like he was chasing her the whole movie, even when they were old, you know?
He was
still chasing her.
And that's kind of how society depict things. Like the man chased the woman. But we in a new society now. So how do you feel about relationships now?
I still like to be chased.
You want
I like to be chased. I'm hard to get. I think that once someone gets me, then the roles kind of reverse, where I give so much. But at the beginning, I do like to be chased. And I believe a woman, you know, can work and do all these other things. women empowerment. I believe in all of that, but I also believe in the core of the way things are supposed to be as well. Like I believe in submitting to my man. I believe in him being the head of the household. I believe in listening, you know, things like that people don't believe in anymore. I do.
Cardi B just said it's, you know, I didn't even look at what
The
she said.
50-50?
Yeah, we gotta talk about it because you're gonna bring light to this shit.
You know, I always felt like a man should pay all the bills. I always felt like that, like growing up, and it's definitely in the strip club. I always felt like a man should pay all the bills and the woman should just be at home. I always felt like that. But now, I don't feel like that anymore. I feel like once you meet somebody that makes you want to do all the things you've never wanted to do, then you'll be open to whatever works for your guys' lifestyle. You know, if I make more money than him, I believe in like everybody putting in the same percentage. That's what I believe in. So if I make more money than you or you make more money than me, we both put in 25%, just to say, of our money into the house. Now, if I make more than you, my 25% is going to be more, right? But whatever the percentage is, I feel like you guys should go off of a percentage. That way you both feel like you're putting in the same amount of what you have.
Was that
because it's not fair if somebody makes so much more money, you barely make anything. You guys are both paying half equally. Now one person is left with no money and the other person is left with, it's just not right. You know, I feel like everyone should put the same percentage in of what they make.
With that type of mindset right now, did that come about from trial and error, or just one day like, wait a minute,
that came about from a man paying all of my bills and me doing whatever I wanted with my money, and then him falling off and me having to pay all the bills, and seeing how hard it really is to do everything by yourself. You know, then that changed my mindset, as this whole time I could have been helping, you know, and I just wasn't. And so then I started to think about when people say 50-50, I'm like, you know, when I was working, he made way more than me. So he paid the bills, but I'm like, I could have put in a percentage, you know, and still have money left over for myself. So that's where it came about, just from my own experience and, you know, having everything paid for me and then having to pay everything by myself. And I don't feel like that should be on anybody. It's stressful. It's hard, you know?
Bravo.
And then it comes with different roles too, and how people treat you when they pay for everything too. You know, he treated me like shit when he paid it for everything, and I treated him like shit when I paid for everything. And I didn't realize it until the relationship was over.
And you know, it happens like that. That's why both sides would probably literally hate that, even if it's better than their current life. Like you can give somebody more than their current life, but get treated differently.
Yeah,
than
exactly.
what you used to being treated, and it still can affect the relationship. So, Tooch, man, what kind of eyes are those? Come here, pretty face. Let me see.
I got brown eyes.
Where you from? I mean, what's your background?
My mom is German. She's tall, white, blonde hair, blue eyed, big ass, big titty woman. And my dad is black.
So your moms can get it?
If you see my moms, you want to give it to her. Yep.
And she's out in Sacramento?
She lives in Sacramento, yeah. Her and my dad are still together. Hold on.
So you grew up with moms and dad?
I grew up with moms and dad.
How many siblings you got?
My dad is my stepdad. He's been with my mom since I was 3. So it's the only man I've ever known. So he's my dad. Yeah. I got siblings. I got we're a Brady Bunch family. So I got half sisters, stepsisters, half brothers, stepbrothers, and then same mom, same. We have all that going on in our family, but we don't say that. So I have 5 brothers, 3 sisters, and 2 sisters that kind of just were raised with us. I consider my sister.
So how was life growing up in Sacramento? If that was where you was raised at?
I can't compare it to any other place because that's where I was raised. You know, I don't know how any other place was, but we grew up poor, and I grew up in a group homes. So I grew up from one group home to another group home, all over Sacramento. Huh?
Why was you in a group home? You was beating people up?
I got taken away from my parents. So it started off like foster care, and then I went into group homes because I was bad at the time, you know. So they put me in group homes. So I lived all over Sacramento, every different hood. I know people from everywhere, and I think that's why I'm popular now, is because people are like, I know her from here, I know her from there, because I lived everywhere. And I try to make myself memorable everywhere I went. I wanted to leave something everywhere I went. I used to think it was a bad thing growing up. You know, I was like, why me? And why don't I have a family and things like that? But as I got older, I now see that everything that I've been through is what there was a purpose for it to make me who I am today. And the fact that I lived everywhere and learned all these different religions, I'm now super diverse and I can talk to anybody. I can be in a room with anybody and connect and understand people. So I would have never been able to do that if I didn't move around so much with different families and different religions and all of that, you know? Like I said, I just came from the dealership working in special finance and I got to sell cars with many different people in all walks of life, you know? I go to the strip club, I meet people from London and people from all these different places that I have to connect with to get money that I never met, you know? So now music is the same thing. And I'm like, I would have never had this in me if I didn't live that way, you know?
Sure.
So that's what it was like for me growing up.
Yeah. Would you change anything going back, or would you keep it?
I hit a crossroads in my life at one point, where I had to decide if I wanted to go on with my career or strip, and I chose to strip. And I feel like in that moment, I went to school to be a surgical tech, and I graduated and I started working for an eye surgeon. But I would strip until 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I would go do surgery on eyes at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So I would still be drunk, like tired. And I kept thinking we would do cataracts, glaucoma, all these different surgeries on eyes. And I would sit there and I'm going to fuck somebody's eyes up if I don't pick a job. You know, I can't come in here like this and then expect my work to be good. It's not fair to the patient, you know? So when I was looking at my money, I was like, I make way more money at the strip club, even though this is what I went to school for. And it was my passion for a long time. Like, if I'm going to quit a job, I'm going to quit the one that's giving me, you know, more money. So if I could take anything back, I wish I would have picked that field, or, you know, stripping could have still been there maybe one day or something. But going from stripping to surgery was not a great idea, but I feel like there was a better way I could have handled that instead of just quitting, you know?
So basically,
so that's the only thing though. Like everything else that I hated in my life, I learned so much from. So it's hard to say, take that out, you know? But that moment, yeah, that was a test, and I failed that test right there.
you're doing good now, so salute to that.
Yes, I am. Yeah, but I learned from that, and now when I'm in that crossroad again, I know what to do.
That's right.
Right?
Let's talk about your OnlyFans.
Oh shit! Now let's talk about it.
What's going on?
Right now, I'm actually in my OnlyFans room. I have an OnlyFans room in my house. It was sponsored by the guys on OnlyFans. When I first started OnlyFans, I made an Amazon wish of everything I wanted. And so they just started buying it left and right. Like, this is my sex swing right here.
I mean, who started buying it?
The guys on OnlyFans.
I mean, the people that support you.
Yeah, they just started buying it, and it just shows up at my house. So I have a whole room with sex chairs and swings and dungeons and toys and...
I see you on some type of machine. What's that about? What's that about? You got that in there?
Yeah, that's in here. That's not put together, but it's in here. Yeah, that's a sex. Yeah. It's a sex machine. So it's a machine that fucks you. And I like that machine because it's like the only thing that can make me squirt. I found out I can squirt from fucking the sex machine. Isn't that crazy?
That's really good.
So I love that thing because it's the only thing I've ever been able to squirt on. So I like to make those videos with that. And then it has like a chair that straps you down. So like your hands and everything can be strapped down, and then you put the machine and it just fucks you. You get to pick the size, you get to pick the curve, you get to pick the speed, you get to pick the pressure. Yeah. Men have no chance.
Men have no chance. You just didn't
Men have no chance against that machine.
You didn't meet the right man. So
if that machine had hands, it'll be over.
It'll be over. So we talk about the type of man you like. So we gotta come back to you. What type of man do you like? Because you talk about machine thing, well, so you don't fuck him, just fuck us, huh?
I do my OnlyFans here, so like I don't really need a man for this.
There's
no
man. There's no man.
But I do have a partner for OnlyFans that I collab with when I want a male partner. So I do have a partner for that. But you're talking about in like real life, what kind of man do I want? Or am I
want to know the OnlyFans man. Because it's kind of hard to have a male in your life if you got an OnlyFans male and he's tearing.
Well, if you have a male in your life, then you don't need an OnlyFans. male.
All
You
right,
just used your male.
so you talk about when you don't have a male in your life.
Mm-hmm. Say it again. Is that your eye like
No,
raising a hand?
you like, yeah, all right, that's fine. Because you said you have an OnlyFans man, so obviously
Yeah.
you don't have a man in your life right now. So I was trying to get
Correct.
out the way.
Yeah.
It was
I don't have a man
both.
in my life right now. I have an OnlyFans man.
Mm. All right. So, what do you like with a regular man? So
I don't know anymore. I don't feel like I have a type. I don't feel like I have, boxes that I want checked, but I don't know. I've tried everything I've liked, and it just shows me more of what I like and don't like. So I don't know what qualities. It definitely have to be like character and integrity. And I want a guy who's been through some stuff, and changed his life and can understand me in the way I am. Because like I said, I'm very friendly. So my man got to understand that I'm very friendly, and I don't mean nothing by it,
So that's gonna ask you real quick, Smash. So is it something that you would know right off the bat? Like you
like
know how
love
some
at
people
first
pick
sight.
up, right? You know what I'm saying? Or is it
I think
something
that if we have a
you
connection off the first day, definitely. Definitely. If I talk to somebody, we have a connection it has to be there immediately for me. If it's not there immediately, then I don't even look into it.
What's the perfect date for Tooch?
Let me think about that. The beach. The
That's
beach,
it.
probably. The
Okay.
beach.
I
The
like
beach. I go to the
fucking
beach a lot.
Sand on the
I go
butt.
to the beach a lot. We don't have a beach here, so I have to drive to the beach. So I like to go to the beach a lot and just bring my boombox out there and my blanket, and it's just the most peaceful thing to me ever. And every time I'm out there, I was like, this would be really nice if a guy was out here with me. So I'm gonna say that for my perfect date.
All right, let me ask you one more question. What are you listening to on the beach?
Myself. No, I'm just playing. I listen to like LMA. I like LMA. I like very slow romantic songs. So I like to listen to on the beach.
What about hip hop? What's your top 5?
My what?
Top 5.
Top 5 what? I didn't hear him.
Rappers.
My top 5 rappers?
You in the
Oh,
rap game now.
damn, that's so hard though. Tupac, number 1. That's
Tupac.
daddy. That's my celebrity crush. That's my husband in another life. Tupac.
If Pac was alive right now, you met him and he allowed y'all to be together, what would you do?
Anything he wanted me to do. Any and everything. He is such a beautiful, powerful man with such a beautiful mind. I'd take that real quick.
All right, so let me get back to top 5. Okay.
I'll take all them bullets that he got. I'll take all that. No, he's an amazing man though. Okay, Tupac for sure. Oh, then it gets real sketchy after that. Fuck.
Nobody out the Bay?
Of course, I love Messy Marv. I love E40. They've always been my top.
E40.
But I listen to mostly female rappers. I listen to mostly female rappers.
Put them in.
There's such a tie. It's too hard. I love them so much.
You don't want to offend nobody because you want to come up.
Can I just say my top 3? That's my top 3.
All right, give me top 3.
That's my top 3.
So give me the top 5
Tupac,
females.
E40.
Give me the top 5
I like J.
females.
Cole.
You like J. Cole?
I love J. Cole, yeah. Who else? Jay-Z. Damn, it's hard. It's hard. It's too hard. What's your top 5?
Mine's I like Big, Jay-Z, Redman.
You from the East Coast?
I'm from we in New York right now.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
DMX, and I would put
Yeah.
Nas. DMX is my favorite rapper of all time.
Yes. I listen to DMX when I'm driving home and I'm tired and I got to stay awake. And I'll throw on DMX because he'll get me to screaming, rolling down my windows. It keeps me awake. So DMX is my go-to when I'm tired.
What's the craziest date you ever been through?
Date?
Yeah, date. I
haven't been on a date forever. I don't see those guys outside of the club.
You ain't going on no date. Cut it out with your
I did go on a
self. Come
date.
on.
I did go on a date, and a guy told me everything about my daughter. And he was telling me like how he felt like I stopped posting my kids as much because of this. But he started telling me about how much he loves my daughter. He's in love with my daughter. She was like 3 at the time. And he was telling me like the cutest thing she's ever did. And that's how he spent the whole date. And I was so scared, like, for my child. So
you should have called me.
that was probably the weirdest.
Ass.
I just wanted to get the hell out of there. That was crazy.
Man, that's the weirdest shit I ever heard, to be honest.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I done heard a lot of weird stories about some good shit that I probably wanted to hear, but that right there, that shit just got me mad. That shit
Yeah,
pissed me
that's
off.
the weirdest. I gotta be honest.
So what's your favorite body part on your body? Your
I
favorite
like
part?
my eyes. I like my lips. I like my ass.
What,
Eyes, lips, ass. Okay.
My titties? No, I want my titties done. Like I want them like,
you
they're
want to
just
sit back up?
big and natural. I'll take some small titties, please. I'm not a big fan of my tits.
In school, when you was growing up in school, did you graduate?
Yes.
You went through high school. What did you do in high school? Did you play sports?
Yeah, I was in high school. I was that bitch. I had my own crew, my own gang. I was the leader. Every Wednesday, we wore cute outfits and we walked around the whole school so they could see who was in the group. I was captain of the cheerleading squad. I was on the dance team. I was captain of the stomp squad. The rallies, I would have to go run and change and come back out and dance, run and change, go back out and dance. I was homecoming queen. I gave the speech at my graduation.
Mm.
Take me back. I was that girl back then. Take me back.
You went to the prom?
I did go to the prom.
Who you go to prom with? Did you have a boyfriend or did you just
I did have a boyfriend. I was with him for 7 years too after high school. That was my high school sweetheart.
You talk to him now?
No. He's a damn homie. In high school,
don't do him like that.
Homie.
Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Shout out to the real. So let me ask you something. So if you in this world, man, you in a rap game, and what's success to you right now?
The other day I went to the liquor store to grab a bottle. And I was on my way out, and this little girl ran up to me, and she was like, Toochie, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm thinking, how she know me as a stripper? You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, because Toochie is my stripper name. So she's like, Toochie. I'm like, oh my God. And her mom jumped out. She was like, she's been waiting for you to come out of the store. She's in love with you. She loves your music. You just give her a picture. So I was like, yeah. So I took a picture and I said, what's your name? She was like, Taylor. And I was like, thank you for believing in me, Taylor. She was like, ah. And I was like, and never stop believing in yourself, And she went into the car and she made a video about it. And it just felt like she was so inspired by me. And like, she just wanted to like believe in herself after that. So I think that right there, like touching people and having them change their perspective about themselves and giving them encouragement, I think that is the most powerful part of what I want to do.
Outside of what people may think about you, what's important to you? What do you like to do? What is your secret?
I'm so big on principles and transparency. And people don't know that about me until they get to know me. Then they're like, I ain't never seen anybody stand on them principles as tough as you do. So principles and transparency, that is huge for me, Like everyone's like, don't be a homewrecker, don't be a homewrecker, don't be a homewrecker. They're so big on don't be a homewrecker for strippers. And it's like every single time I would date a guy and find out that he's married or has another woman, or you know how men are, that it was like, damn, I'm a homewrecker by accident, right? And I was like, I will never do that. Once I find out that, I'm done, right? But I did have a guy come to me, and from the beginning, he told me, this is my situation, blah, 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 blah. And I was more open to it. I was like, And I thought, I didn't do it, but I thought about it. And I was just like, that transparency right there is like what I feel like everybody should give everyone. Everyone should give them the chance to make a choice, whether it's friendship, whether it's going to the movies, whatever it is. When I get to a situation, I felt like I've been tricked into it, that ends my whole friendship. So that's huge for me, is principle and transparency.
Sexually, what turns you on? We run out of time, so we want to get all this done.
I like big necks. If I see a guy with a big neck, that's real sexy to me. of course, a giver, you know, but the biggest thing I think is talking dirty. I don't think guys really know how to talk dirty. It's hard to find somebody who can really talk you through it. You know, the normal, you know, whose is it? Do you like that? That feels good. Like,
All
I
right.
don't
So
really
what
like
kind of
that type
dirty
of
talk?
talk.
All right. So I want to hear what kind of dirty talk you
I
like.
feel like you got to use all of your senses. I feel like all your senses got to be
Tell me
used.
about it. Educate me.
And when we're in bed, I want you to be very dominant, but I also want you to use your senses. So, you know, you can smell, taste, touch, like all those things. When you're talking to me, you're talking about all your different senses and what you can feel, you know,
Give me
everywhere.
an example of the dirty talk. I want to hear. Let the people.
Okay. You asked me twice.
Class is in session.
I like it when a guy uses a lot of metaphors. I don't know if it's because I'm a rapper or what, but like when he says, you know, I'm gonna use my teeth like a toothbrush on your pussy or something like that, then it just really gets me going. It could be like the weirdest fucking metaphor, but anytime you use a metaphor, throw it in there, that's what gets me. So talking about smell, taste, touch, tell me what you want to do to me, and metaphors.
You like your ass ate?
No, I like anal though.
You like anal?
Yeah, like we have to end with you coming in my ass. That's like my thing. Go to my OnlyFans. Check it out.
I mean, I
Check it
see
out on my
some clips
OnlyFans.
on Twitter. I see some clips on Twitter. I'm not really on Twitter, but I've been trying to get on it and get into it. And I see
Twitter is nasty.
you was on the machine, so I'm a fan already. I was a fan. That's how I got here. So shout out to the real. And you know what?
Yeah, I'm on OnlyFans. I got cream video, squirt video, marinate video. I do all three.
So you got a menu. There's a menu on your OnlyFans.
Yeah, of course. The other day I made one at McDonald's. I played with myself in the drive-thru.
With the drive-thru, with the
I got a Happy Meal at the end.
Did the person get to see it?
You know, my legs was up. My legs was up. They made me park, you know, and wait in one of them fucking stalls for my Happy Meal. So I had my legs up, and then he walked up to hand me my Happy Meal, and I had to roll, put my legs down, take a quick, and he just walked by real quick like he didn't see anything. It's on my OnlyFans. I recorded the whole thing.
Where you at with monogamy?
You
care about it?
I say to each its own, however you feel. I feel like the way I am with a person is the way I am with them, and it could be totally different with another person. So I'm going with how I feel at the moment.
Yes
and no. Depends.
With that said, could you fall in love with a husband and wife?
No. Polygamy? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
No, I'm not in. No. I cannot. Are you inviting me into it with your wife? Is that what you're doing?
He might. He's married. He might.
Inviting me somewhere.
Yeah, we in Florida, so that's like the hot topic out here.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people who do it out here too. I can't, like, when I'm in a relationship, I do have threesomes with my man. But it's normally like, I like women for sex. I've never seen them more than that. And that's so fucked up. Like, if I was a man, I would be a straight dog, you know, because it's like, I can have sex with them and then that's all I want. I'm like, I don't want you anymore. So I can't see myself like being in a relationship with a woman, let alone another man too. I just don't see that happening. But never say never.
What's your sign?
I'm a Pisces. I'm a Pisces. March 2nd. I'm a Pisces. I'm a fish.
All right. So if I told you my birthday was March 2nd, would you believe me?
No.
It is March 2nd.
Is his birthday March 2nd for real?
I think it is.
So you know me more than you think you know me.
Yeah. No, definitely like, March 2nd. That's you're actually
we made that right here.
That's
is your birthday's really my birthday? We birthday twins?
Yeah. No, your birthday is my birthday.
Your birthday is my birthday. That's crazy.
So that makes you you're the 9th person that I know with the same birthday as.
That's crazy because I think I've only met two. And when I meet somebody, I'm like, it's so rare. I know tons of people have that birthday, but I feel like it's so rare.
3-2.
Do people call you on the 3rd? Everyone calls me on the 3rd to tell me happy birthday. I'm like, your day off. No one believes my birthday's on the 2nd.
Like, is it March 1st and then 3rd, and they forget about the 2nd? But I
They
have a
do.
couple
They go, is your birthday the first or the third? I'm like, the second. It's like the second doesn't exist.
3-2, baby.
That's right. That's what's up.
Yeah, you're a beautiful spirit.
When's your birthday?
I'm Aquarius.
So that is February?
I'm January 28th.
January. Oh, end of January. That's what's up.
We fucking shit up. We like y'all though. We like y'all. We like Pisces.
Y'all like nobody.
Well, that's nothing, but we like
Y'all like nobody.
Oh, Aquarius? That's a fact. We don't like nobody. I don't like you. Right. You're right. You're right. So I need you to do one more thing. This is such a wholesome interview. I was worried you finished so strong. I know you was rushing. I'm so thankful for you to be here. Tooch.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm thankful for you being here. So we just
that was fun.
started. We about to come back strong, and you the first one to start it off. So I need you to do one more motherfucking thing.
What you need me to do?
Shout out to the real highly dysfunctional.
Shout out to the real highly dysfunctional. Thank y'all for having me today. I'm Tooch Magooch. I had an amazing time. Check out our interview. It's dope.
Chad Saga, you got something to say to Tooch Magooch and those beautiful
birthday twin.
It's definitely a pleasure. Dope that I have another March 2nd sister.
Yes.
All your projects.
Yeah, dimples too.
Paul Brat, Mind You, Her. Drop the EP coming out soon. Let's get busy. Work. Any projects you have, send them over to us. We'd be more than happy to promote them. And
thank you.
Nothing but love.
Thank you. All love, always, and always.
Tooch Magooch, thank you for coming through. I know you had a busy day. I'm thankful for making this happen for me.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to the real. Shout out to the fake. Shout out to that nosy chick. She better stay in her place. Get in line.
Get in line.
Come on, Tooch Magooch. I don't know. See you again.